Okay, guys, sorry for the weird start again. But I can't say it enough. I already said it in the intro, but I can't say it enough. I have a Discord server now. Link is down in the description below. You can join it. There's a competition going on. I also announced that in the video in the beginning here, so just look through the beginning. You'll be informed about everything. So, yeah, just look at the beginning of this video. Look, please, do it. I really want to see what you guys do. Like, I'm really excited. Now on with the video. What is up, boys and girls, and welcome back to another video. Today, as you've seen in the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be modeling your own logo and putting it onto a little grass hill. It's going to be really cool. It's going to look amazing, look stunning. You can put that on your Instagram, use it as your profile picture or whatever. And with me talking about Instagram right there, you can go down in the description and follow that to stay updated, because I do stories where I update you guys on if there is no video or something, no new video coming, or anything. And go subscribe, like, and I also have a Discord now, so you can come down in the description and join my Discord. We have competitions there. We have a channel where you can send your assets, your free assets, so people can use them. And, you know, you might find some useful assets as well for yourself. You can get help on Octane and stuff. Go join it. It's fun. And also, talking about competitions, the competition we're going to be doing is actually about this render right here. So you're going to recreate this render, and you're going to give it your little twist. Like maybe make the scene at night or something, make the scene nighttime, give it some fireflies and put a big moon or something, or maybe make it like this sci-fi with the astronaut and your own logo. Maybe the astronaut leaning onto your logo, or anything. Just make it your own. Make it look amazing. So, yeah, that's the competition. The best render that is submitted in the competition channel will get a shout out next week, and the guy who made it, or the girl who made it, will get a shout out. We'll get their Instagram shouted out, and we'll get a special role in the Discord. So, join the Discord. And let's start. So, we're just gonna delete these two. And before we actually start, we gotta enable two plugins. That is really important. It's gonna save you some time. So you gotta go up to Edit, Preferences, and you wanna enable Add Mesh Extra Objects, and you also want to enable Import Images as Planes. So with that enabled, save preferences, close out of it, boom. So let's start. So first up, you want to get your logo in here by pressing Shift A, going down to Image as Planes, going to the folder where your logo is located. Click on it, import image as plane, and you'll see it'll import. I imported the wrong image. Let me see their logo. So import your logo, and for this to work, in order for this to work, you have to be in Eevee or Cycles. I would recommend Eevee because Eevee is just faster at rendering. So be in Eevee and go up here to this Material Preview. This is only there in Eevee or Cycles. Octane doesn't have this. So click on it and you'll see your logo pop up. What you can now do is you can press 3 on your numpad. The numpad doesn't have to be enabled. You just press 3 on the numpad, and you'll go into front view and you'll see your logo. And just for the sake of the tutorial, I'll be right back. I'll also get a B for an example for rounded corners, how to model those. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So right here I have a B. So let's firstly start with this. First I'll start with this. So what you want to do is you want to press Shift A, go up to Mesh, and you'll see, because you enabled that Add Mesh plugin, you will have a lot more meshes like gears, pipe, joints, tourist objects, and all that stuff, rock generator. So right here, you want to select single vert, hover above it, and go add single vertice. And it's just going to give you a single vertice. If you have some knowledge in modeling, you know what this is. But what this is it's basically it's like a, I don't know how to say it, it's like a pixel of a mesh. So really high poly objects are objects with a lot of these are going to be, if you're putting them in a game or something, they're going to be lagging the game out, or it's not going to be optimized very well because there are a lot of them. So that's why when you want to make games, you use low poly, if you've ever heard of it. So and before we stop modeling here, we want to enable up here auto merge vertices. So enable that. And now we start. So what we do is we just press, we select it and press G so we can move it around. And then we put it on the corners of our model, just like that. And then we can press E to extrude it and get another one. And these ones we're just gonna place all of these across the corners of our object. And when you're done here, when you want to close up an object, you just hover above, make them to hover above each other, and just click, and you see it's gonna merge them, and you have one object done right here. It's really easy for these kind of corner like logos with a lot of corners, 90-degree angles. It's pretty easy. So now back to doing it on rounded edges. It's really easy. It just takes a little bit more time. This one was setting me off here. So you want to get another single vertice. I want to move this, and I'm going to start right here. And what you do is, if you've ever cut out something in Photoshop, it's literally like that. You just go and place these across. There's, I think you could use the bevel or something, but that was just it would just be too much work, and it wouldn't give you the exact rounding of this. You could bevel this when it's done, but I don't know how that's gonna look. I've never tried it. So just go across, and for whatever reason, if you want to use this logo in your game, you don't want to do these small steps with the vertices. You want to do bigger steps to make it lower poly count. So it's better for games. It makes the game run faster. So there's not such a heavy load on the game because it's just high res. It's a high res object. So let's delete that. Get rid of that. And also get rid of this B because we're only going to be modeling this. So let's start. I think I actually deleted. No, I didn't. Okay, never mind. So right here, I'm just going to get another single vertice, and I'm just going to keep selecting them and moving them on the corners. So I'll be right back when I'm done. Okay, here we go. I'm done. So what you do when you're done is you select all the vertices by pressing A on your keyboard, still being in edit mode, and then you press F to fill them in. Now you can press Tab and Tab out. And now we can hide our plane, our logo. And now you see we have your logo in the viewport as a 3D object. So now what we can do is we can add some thickness to this because it's just two planes right now. So go to modifiers here and add a solidify. And what you want to do is you want to do the thickness here. And this, I'm going to go over how to fix that in a second. That happens sometimes. I don't know why. So make it approximately as thick as the logo is. For example, I'm just orientating myself on how thick the lines are here. So just make it as thick as that. There we go. So how to fix this? This is, I don't know if it's common. If this happens to you, it's really easy to fix. So what we do is we come up here to edit mode on our object, and then we select the face select right here. Click on that, and we only select the face that is doing this inverted stuff. We selected, go to mesh, normals, and then flip. There we go. So just flip the normals, and it's done. It's working now. So now what you want to do is you just want to apply the solidify. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can make it thicker and thinner. I just like to apply it. And now we see we have our logo. It's pretty cool. But we still have our origin point here. It's not in the middle of the mesh where it should be. To fix that, it's really easy. We just right click our object, set origin, and then origin to geometry. There we go. So boom, it's set it in the middle of the geometry. Now we just put this object back in the center. There we go. Now you have your logo. You can export this as an OBJ and put it into any of your scenes. It's really cool. And so up next is the little mountain we had. So to do that, it's really easy. All you do is you get a mesh and a cylinder. And with this cylinder, you're just going to leave it in the original size it comes as. And what you do is you click on it, edit mode, and you want to select edge select. And now what you do is you hold down the Alt key and go select the top here, the ring, or you can just go onto face select and select the top. But I like to do it with the edge select tool. So hold down Alt and click on this. Don't click on this because it's going to just select the single one. Click on these ones. There we go. So you have the top selected. What you can do is you can oh my god, I select the wrong side. We have to select the bottom here. Okay, no, we have to select the bottom. So you do the same thing but with the bottom, and then you scale the bottom up. Just press S and scale. There we go, like that. And then we go back, select the top, and now we press Control B to bevel the top, and scroll a bit to add some more vertices to that, some more faces. And now we have this volcano looking thing. But what we now want to do is we want to bevel this down here. So we hold down Alt again and select the outer skirts of this. And then we press Control B again to bevel this. So we add some more faces to that. And now we have this little mountain, as you can see. It looks like a mushroom a little bit. So now you have this little mountain. And what you can do with this mountain now is you can get your logo back. And that is not the logo, that's a plane. Let's get our logo. I'll call this logo. And move this on top of your mountain. You can scale it up a bit. I'm being called. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so here I am. Here I am. I'm back. It's actually my mom who called me. So, with that out of the way, let's just continue. So, where did my cylinder go? What happened? Okay, so the recording crashed there for some reason. My cylinder disappeared and my recording crashed. I don't know why that happened. So, here I am back. I have the cylinder and my logo. So let's start with the grass now. So the grass is pretty easy. What you do is you first go into the description, download the grass, and then import it. It's FBX. Grass FBX import. There you go. There it is. And I'm just gonna put this in there or under the map here somewhere so we can't see it underneath. So now we're gonna select our little mountain here, and we're gonna go over to our particle system right here. I'm gonna click on plus. I'll call this particle system grass. And go to here, and you'll see it'll do all this crazy stuff. This is here. So we want to check advanced and go down to render. And the render as, we want to change that to object. And instance object is going to be our grass. So you can see, start scattering the grass all around it. It's gonna be really laggy. So I would not recommend doing this on like a weaker laptop where you can just barely render on. I wouldn't do it. It will crash the laptop, I'm pretty sure. So the scale here, turn up the scale a bit, and the scale randomness. And you want to also check rotation. Be sure to check advanced because rotation is not there if advanced is not checked. So check it. And here, our phase, we're going to turn that up, and our randomized phase. And yeah, so now we have this grass, and we want to position our camera. So, as always, Control Alt and 0 to bring the camera where you're looking, and then I can press Shift and tilde key next to 1, and then I can move it. So I can put it maybe somewhere over here. A little bit closer. So what you also want to do is you want to get you'll go to your camera and the focal length. Okay, the focal length is on 50 by default, so just leave it at 50. That's what I wanted to set to. Yeah, with this little mountain now and our camera in position, I want to move our logo a bit and rotate it so it catches the light a little bit better. and then we want to go into rendered mode. This is still in EV for some reason. Oh yeah, right, I had to restart. Or did I? I don't know. Wait, so I'll change to Octane and go to rendered mode. You'll see it'll look pretty nice. Default lighting setup looks really nice for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm just going to add a little bit more clones to the particle system. The number here is 1,500 maybe. So we just get the grass a little bit thicker. And also the hair length. That just scales up the overall object that is being scattered. And upscale on this a little bit. There we go. Not that much. There. So now what you can do is you can come over and go open the shader editor. I'll actually hop out of the render mode because it's lagging on my computer. Shader editor, and I'll make a new object, and it's going to be a diffuse material in the surface, and it's going to be our grass blade that is also in the description below. So just do that, and you want to get a color correction. Plug the grass blade into the texture, this into the diffuse, and into the transmission. Now we can hop back into our rendered mode here. You see I clicked on the freaking cylinder. So we don't want that on the cylinder. We actually want that on the grass. So select the grass, cylinder, and then the grass. Get it here. So no, you actually have to put it on the single grass, and it'll put it on all the scattered ones. So select the grass and put your grass material on there. There we go. Now we'll see. You will see it will look really nice. So what we can do to spice this up a bit, we can go to our camera and check to the camera object data properties down here. So you want to check your Octane camera imager as always, and it'll make the grass look so much better. Check that. Always check that, so you can see in the viewport what your final render is actually going to be looking like, and then turn down the gamma by 0.10. It's gonna give it a little bit more oomph to the colors. It's just gonna look better. And now we see our logo right here. It's catching the shadows. So let's rotate our sky a bit more so it's not doing that. There we go. We also got a nice shadow over here. And maybe I can actually make the sun be a little bit more in the sky here. So local time. Put the sky with sun a little bit higher here. And rotate it again so it's not giving us that ugly shadow. There we go. Looks pretty good. So when you have these holes right here, they're not in the camera, so I'm not really bothered about them. Not really bothered. So when they're in the camera, actually, you can select the cylinder, particle systems, and then you can change the seed until it is no longer in the camera. And you can actually get some really cool results if you just, in general, play around with the seeds. Like, so you see the difference here? I'm maybe going to put a little bit more scale randomness in there. And just keep playing around with the seed until you get something that looks nice. Something that looks nice. I think this seed back here looked pretty good. Or was it? This one looks pretty good, but there's that. This looks pretty good. Seed 1, actually. But there's some white stuff there, so I'm actually going to just stick with the first seed that we had and maybe add some more clones. That's 18 clones, 1,800. Yeah, just play around. Oh, this looks cool. This looks cool. I'm gonna stick with this. Okay, so when you have your lighting set up and your grass and everything looks good, you can add that little. Oh, this is so cool. Just, you know, guys, change the scene up. This is why I do these competitions. I really want to see what is going on in your mind, in your head when you see these renders and what you think looks cool to you. So I really want to see that. So join the Discord and get into that competition. I really want to see it. Please, guys, do it. So that was pretty cool. Let's add one more thing, and that is the plane. Actually want to rotate this by 90 degrees. I could get it. the direction. 90, there we go. Scale it up. I'll make it a little bit thinner here. I'll move this back. I'll actually hop out of rendered mode because it's just lagging my computer out real bad, and I think it's also messing with the recording. I hope it's not. So I'll press nutpad 0 here again to go back into the camera. I'll just scale this up until it fits my screen. There. And you gotta look out that it doesn't block the sun. Like for example, like here, it's blocking the sun. So be sure to move it as far back as you have to. This right here looks pretty good. So I'm going to just slap my texture on there. So new. And also it's going to be a, if I could get rid of this, diffuse surface. And it's going to be our sky texture that I use all the time. So into the diffuse, you see it will be rotated for some reason. So if it's rotated, just get a full transform and plug it into transform and then play around with this rotation down here. I want it rotated by 90 degrees. Just put in 90. And this looks pretty good already, but I think the blue here is not really fitting the scene too good. So what you can do is you can turn the opacity down a bit. So it's giving it more of this natural gradient that we have here in the back in the actual environment. So, and I think this is looking pretty nice. So, just like that, we're done. And again, I had a lot of fun. And also join the Discord, join the competition. I'm saying this too often, but really, I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to do. So, join Discord, subscribe, like, and stay creative. I'll see you in the next video.